It's the doorbell camera video that's raising a lot of questions today. A man walks out of a house, and in an instant, it looks like he's beamed up to outer space.
Created to provide security, doorbell cameras have unexpectedly become a window into a sinister world that thrives in the dark. Creatures that roam our spaces after us, or humans acting out.
Okay, I was just looking for a dog fighter.
A lot happens when we fall asleep.
Now this thing's coming up to the steps in my backyard, Mike.
So buckle up to see some of the most disturbing things caught on camera at night.
You see his face clearly, right there.
Mummy visited home.
In the window, and now this thing's coming up to the steps in my backyard, Mike.
Few years ago, a very disturbing creature was captured by a man. In the evening hours, he noticed someone's presence in his living room. On figuring it out, he got a horrible surprise. An evil-looking humanoid was sitting on the table and making very mystifying movements. Amazingly, this man did not get scared. He made a call to his friend and showed that weird sight.
In the window, and now this thing's coming up to the steps in my backyard, Mike.
To their surprise, in front of their eyes. First, it got blurry and then faded away. I think it was an escaped mummy. What's your take on it?
In the window, and now this thing's coming up to the steps in my backyard, Mike.
Shopping mall visitor. In off-peak hours of the shopping mall, when vendors were turning off their stalls, security cameras caught the arrival of a very unusual creature. A tall entity of gray color with dark, large eyes was spotted at the site. Holding something in its hand, it was walking strangely in the basement. Watching this footage, guards immediately went to catch it, but unfortunately, by that time, it was gone. No one at the moment noticed it, as less crowds were present at that time. Another shapeshifter. As we have seen a few shapeshifters before, this time we came across something similar like that again. Somewhere in a hidden area on a foggy road, a cat resembling a creepy creature was seen running on the road. And suddenly, it changed its shape and became a figure walking with two legs. For viewers, this clip was quite shocking, and most of the people called it a shapeshifter. But, as this clip is too short, nothing can be said for sure about what it was. Peru Story. Almost 7 years ago, a suspicious sighting was caught near the gas station in Peru. At night, workers saw some illuminating figures passing above the station, and after a few seconds, an object appeared floating in the air. Workers had never witnessed anything like this before, and found it quite strange. But when this video was posted on the social media, people speculated that it could be a UFO hovering at that site, while skeptics were not ready to believe. Cracked-headed. In the evening hours, an odd-looking woman approached the door of a house in Los Angeles. As the camera zoomed in, it seemed like a woman with cracks on her head. She was bobbing her head in an awkward way and rang the doorbell. Then suddenly, she smacked the camera. Well, someone's having a bad day. I think she was offended upon getting no response. For residents, this footage was alarming, but when it never appeared again, they closed this chapter by calling it a rare occurrence. Dark running shadow. In 2023, a doorbell footage posted on the internet caused a stir. Outside the house, a dog in the terrace was disturbed by a spooky entity who emerged from the front side. It looked like a black, shadowy figure who jumped and moved behind the house. It looks like this sighting scared the dog, and it went inside. Watching this video, netizens came up with different theories. Some said it could be a ghost, while others took it as a portal opening to the other site. Alien. A security camera showed a bizarre creature was walking lamely in the garage of the house. Watching this sight, homeowners became cautious. But inspecting the site, they found nothing. This site was quite disturbing, as they never caught something like that in their house. Later on, they posted a video on the internet, and folks speculated it could be an alien or some other non-terrestrial creature. Whatever it was, the origin of it is still unknown. Haunted Beast. This video from Washington, D.C. shows someone behaving weirdly in front of the camera. A man came and rang the doorbell of the house. Upon getting no responses, he tried to look into the house through a camera lens and then started inspecting the different doors. People inside were woken up by unusual commotion when the homeowner asked him about his identity. He said he was looking for his dog, but something about him was definitely off.
Okay, I was just looking for a dog, Fido.
Thankfully, before things could get escalated, he turned around and left the premise of the house. Puzzling entity. The footage from Azua, Dominican Republic showed a very terrifying scene. In the middle of the night, an odd creature wearing a nightgown was walking in an alleyway. Its face was not visible clearly, but it looked like a humanoid. Gradually, it dissolved into the thin air and disappeared from sight. Upon watching the clip, everyone got puzzled and could not identify what it could be. Later on, when it was posted online, netizens speculated it could be a demon. Night Hunter. At night, a security camera caught a hair-raising scene. Near the porch of a house, a man was caught acting strangely. Initially, by crawling, he tried to enter the house, but did not succeed. And then he disappeared. For homeowners, this was quite a frightening scene, but they could not figure out who he was. But seeing his behavior, they speculated he might be sleepwalking. But I think this guy needs some serious help. That is, if he is a human. Aged Ghost. A few years ago, a video from this video was posted on the internet. In this clip, unexpectedly someone appeared holding a floor brush in hand. Apparently, it looked like a human, wearing white gown who was dancing in a very awkward way and made some eerie noises. Afterwards, it placed the brush on the floor and made some side-to-side movements. Coming across this video, people speculated it was a visit of a sky creature to a place of worship. Most called it an old ghost performing a ritual. Glowing eyes. When a tenant was checking old CCTV footage, he came across this. Outside his house, he saw an unknown woman holding a torch in hand. And unlike any human, light was reflecting off her eyes. The homeowners found this clip distressing and speculated that it could be a witch, but I think it was a possessed woman who tried to get into the house, and thankfully, that didn't happen. Who knows what would have happened? Walking legs. In 2023, an abnormal phenomenon was recorded in a house door camera. While going through prior CCTV footage, he got a scary surprise. He saw a pair walking legs without any upper body in the front ground of his living place. He discussed the matter with neighbors, but no one had experienced anything like that. So, for some next time, he decided to wait for it, to catch it alive. But when it was never seen again, he forgot it by calling it a silhouette of some outworldly entity. Racing mob. Till now, you have seen strange individual figures, but this time, a whole group visited a town. Few years back, this footage posted on the internet became the talk of the town. In this footage, several unidentified shadowy entities were seen racing. Strangely, after covering some steps, some of them climbed the fences and ended up in a pile of dust on the ground. Netizens came up with different theories. Some called them escaped souls, and others think it might be a group of ghosts chasing someone or avoiding to be chased. Outworldly kidnappers.
A man walks out of a house, and in an instant, it looks like he's beamed up to outer space.
What would you do if one day any extraterrestrial creature kidnapped you? This is what happened to this man from Texas. A man came out of his house. He walked a bit. A beam of light emerged and just disappeared into the air. This video took the internet by storm, and netizens theorized that it could be an alien abduction, but some people debunked it by saying that the frame was fixed. To confirm all the raising questions, he cleared that nothing happened to him, and the apparent abduction was just a camera glitch. Behind the curtains. The camera captured a very bizarre scene from outside of the house. Out of nowhere, a pale face appeared from behind the curtains of the window. And suddenly, after a glance, it got hidden. Perhaps after noticing the camera. On close-up, it looked like the face was covered with bandages, and only dark, hollow eyes were visible. The very short clip sparked mystery, and no one was able to decide what it was. Giant spider. A guy saw a very horrible scene on his CCTV camera footage. It showed a giant spider covering the camera lens with its tentacles. Curiously, he went to figure it out, but found nothing. This sight sparked confusion, as he had never caught anything like that before. Having no clue what it was, he assumed it could be a ghost in the form of a spider, who might have vanished after noticing him. Whatever it was, it's not confirmed yet, and not knowing what lurks around your house is one heck of a nightmare. Old house mystery. When people noticed something horrifying in the CCTV camera of their neighborhood, they were scared of its potential dangers. Down the stairs of an old building, a goblin was seen roaming from one side to the other. The mystery was left unsolved by everyone. Locals believe the house is notoriously known for anomalous phenomenons. When this video was posted online, speculations arose that it might be used as a home to extraterrestrials years ago. Defensive soul. The scene caught in the CCTV footage showed something that you've probably never seen before. A man, walking at night, suddenly got seized by someone. But before he got in any danger, a spirit emerged from inside of him and fought back. Instantly, after being encountered with the defensive soul, the robber ran away. This clip shocked everyone. Some said that it was the symbiote entity inside the guy defending him, while others thought it could be his guardian angel. But for now, the truth remains elusive. Anomalous activity.
Ahí ya no se ve.
Few months back, a video was posted on the internet and became global news. In the CCTV camera of a supermarket, a man was seen coming from the driveway, and suddenly, after taking some steps, he vanished. This sight was quite scary for the market owner and left the locals concerned. People knew the area was notorious for strange happenings, but nothing like this, and that made people even more scared.
Ahí ya no se ve.
Man disappeared. This bizarre sight was captured on a Ring doorbell camera in 2020. A man was walking down a street when out of nowhere, the man vanished into thin air. Was it a normal man or a ghost? This footage sparked an infinite confusion on the internet. People thought that man might have some supernatural powers, and by using them he disappeared, while others said it was a walking spirit, not a person. Skeptics ended up considering it a glitch in the camera. Unidentified. This clip of an unidentified figure was captured on the doorbell camera in the middle of the night. It looked to have no face, and it became less visible as it continued to move. More than that, the footage revealed the faint sounds of its footsteps. Examining this video, the house owner was shocked as he had never seen this figure around his house before. People from the neighborhood called it sinister, but it remained unclear what exactly it was. It's not clearly visible, but I am sure it was not something that belonged to this earth. Raptor resembling. A man from Brazil posted a video on the internet showing something very bizarre. On the weekend, when he was enjoying his movie night, he saw an eerie small creature running in his home lawn. Apparently, it was resembling a raptor. It had a white head, a darker body with a tail. He found this sight strange and posted it online. Netizens commented it could be a bird who flew away, but he remained unconvinced about its origin. What's your take on it? Was it a bird or something else? Flying orb. Let's have a look at what a doorbell camera caught in the middle of the night. A small ball of smoke was seen floating away across the camera frame. As nothing seemed to be burning nearby, the homeowner suspected what might have caused this transparent sphere. Could this be some otherworldly spirit out and about at night, or something more sinister was at play? Let me know your take on this. Humanoid.
You see his face clearly, right there.
On checking the security footage of the prior night, a homeowner was left shocked. It showed a ghostly, pale, humanoid creature suddenly appearing in the driveway and started walking slowly in a very creepy way. Camera lens was not able to capture the face, but on zooming in the video, it resembled humans. Owner posted this footage online, and different theories came up. Some called it could be an alien, while others called it a ghost.
You see his face clearly, right there.
Window creeper. While sitting in the living room, the family noticed someone was present outside, and after a while, they found an entity peering at them through the window. In fear, one of them freaked out and immediately went to catch it, but the creature suddenly disappeared. Clearing all the confusion when they reviewed home camera footage, they caught someone wearing a spooky mask staring at them. It was not the first strange sighting for them, but they had captured activities like that before, and they thought if it was time to leave this place. Old House Riddle. A few years ago, a film crew was out shooting in an old house. When the videographers were setting their camera for recordings, suddenly a face appeared from a window-hanging shutter. It was asking to be let in.
Who are you? Please let me in.
Afterward, it shook its head and fell down. This encounter was scary enough for them. They freaked out, but in a haunted place, no one was there to help them. Luckily, they managed to leave the site safely. But the mystery of that horrible figure remained unsolved.
Please let me in.
Alien in Las Vegas.
Where a family called 911 claiming to see aliens in their backyard.
A Metro setup camera caught a weird scene across the sky. A family from Las Vegas called 911 claiming that an alien landed in their backyard. And there was a very deep hole in that place. At first, authorities were not ready to believe it, but the recorded video became evidence. And it was speculated as an unidentified phenomenon.
My partner said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious.
When this footage was posted on social media, it was a real deal for extraterrestrial enthusiasts, while skeptics simply chalked it off as a hoax. Creepy, confused visitor. This footage recorded by a doorbell camera showed something mysterious. An old lady visited a house with a knife in her hand. At first sight, it looked like she was up to something sinister. She tried to ring the doorbell, but then avoided. Imagine seeing an armed woman at your doorstep. I would never open the door. But turns out the woman was harmless, had probably forgotten her way, and was in need of help. When the owner saw this footage, he immediately contacted the authorities, so she could be rescued. Illuminated body. At night, something strange visited the upper roof of the plaza and was captured on camera. It was an eerie, illuminated figure that was walking on the fence parameters, and after taking some steps, it flew away. But strangely, catching up on this footage, security staff remained relaxed, and they claimed that visits of this creature are not rare at that site, but no one had ever seen it with the naked eye. Every time they tried to approach it, it vanished. Shadows in driveway. In this footage, two creatures appeared in the driveway of the house from opposite sides. Strangely, for some seconds they roamed around, and then after having an encounter with each other, they dissolved into thin air. Apparently, they looked like dark, shadowy figures of very small height, but what they actually were could not be identified. Watching this video, house owners became cautious that they might be paranormal creatures, who could be of human size, but looking small through the lens camera. Nightmare. In the middle of the night, a strangely walking man came and stood focusing on the security camera. While staring at the owners, he gave some disgusting signs. Through footage, it seems like he was warning them for their lives. Next morning, the family approached authorities, but unfortunately, no one was able to catch him, as he was covering face with a harrowing mask. Ghost child? When a couple saw this little girl wearing white dress running in their front courtyard, they were shocked to say the least. And surprisingly, the homeowners did not have any kids. Scared out of their minds when they came out, there was nothing. At first they chalked it off as a prank, but reviewing the recorded footage, other people speculated that she could be a lost child. Even after investigating, they never came to a conclusion, leaving the mystery of who she could be unsolved. Flying visitor. In a detector outside a house, an unusual small creature was captured. A small flying living entity came, stayed on the camera for some moments, and then moved away. It was not a scary sight, but attention-seeking. Homeowners posted this on the internet, and it became viral. Some people called it Luna Moth, others called it a small fairy. It sparked an online debate, but no one said anything for sure, as it flew pretty fast in the short video. Spine-chilling moment. In front of the house door camera, a woman appeared, acting out of the ordinary. She continued doing that until a car passed behind her. She dropped her act, probably not to draw attention. Right after that, she opened her full mouth right in front of the camera. House owners found this clip very disturbing and got scared. They tried to trace her, but could not. And the mystery of who she was remains unsolved. Horrible clown. In the streets of downtown Norway, a scene straight out of the horror movies was caught by the camera. Someone in a clown costume climbed up the stairs while turning his neck in a very creepy way. Apparently, it looked like a man hiding his identity. As soon as he heard commotion from the inside of the house, he immediately ran away. It's strange, even for a clown to go around a neighborhood staring into people's Ring cameras. What do you think about his absurd actions? Let me know in the comments. Mystery. Sinister creatures mostly visit the residences at night, just like this one. On the empty road, a car was coming in full speed, and suddenly it hit a cat. Rather than getting in any danger, the cat suddenly transformed into a humanoid and started walking on the footpath. In fear, the car driver went away quickly and did not notice it. But when the recorded footage on the street monitor camera was reviewed, natives got frightened. Some theorized that shapeshifters started appearing in their town, while others got scared thinking, what if it could be a ghost who might visit the area at night? Extraterrestrial guest. A family in Germany claimed that they have seen a very strange being in their security detector. From behind their back door, a white-colored object came and looked into the camera for some minutes, then moved away. The householders were totally terrified but remained unaware to identify it. They shared the pictures with the authorities, and after reviewing they called it an extraterrestrial creature who apparently had frog-like eyes and a very thin body like an alien. This image clarified that these multiversal creatures exist and visit humans as well. Chimera. CCTV footage recorded from different angles showed that one night a bizarre creature visited the residence, and very openly it ran around all the floors of an empty property. The close-ups of the figure are not clear, but from appearance it was a mixture of dog and human. When the clip was played by the property owner, he called it a naked human who was running around like a dog. On deeper investigation, police claimed it could be a spy or chimera. Roaming body. A few years back, this allegedly posted footage on the internet sparked curiosity. It showed a white-colored figure roaming around on the road. As it was recorded in the middle of the night, no one had seen it in reality, so netizens were skeptical whether it was actually real or not. Till today, it's a mystery. Might be it was an extraterrestrial, or it could be possible that someone was just pranking to make people frightened. Walking bin. Security camera captured a very spine-chilling scene, which for sure no one can imagine. In the parking area of the society, a bin was seen moving around in the driveway. After a week, when the footage was checked by locals, they found it a bit funny, but scary. Some people theorized it was the result of gravitational force, but the mystery believers declared that it was moved by forces of ghosts. It might be possible it was rolled up by any robber. What's your take on it? Dark shadow. At night, in an empty street, a dog was running in fear as it was being chased by someone. And right after it, a dark shadow appeared in the street. At first, it appeared a little and gradually expanded to a human size. Then it went in the straight direction. When this video was posted online, netizens found it an unfamiliar sight and called it an unidentified figure. I think it was a demon who was attempting to seize a dog. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Crawling body. Nearby the traffic signal, a very bizarre creature was seen crawling near the tree. Apparently, it was not looking like any known creature, but was quite resembling humans. It appeared for some seconds and then vanished. Luckily, the dash camera of the car recorded it. On replaying that footage, it identified as a light-colored creature with dark features and eyes hauntingly open. Lately, citizens became a bit scared of what would happen if skinwalkers or rakes started appearing in the town. Costa Rica tragedy. In Costa Rica, locals have been noticing the unusual barks of their security dogs every night for a few days. So, they decided to fit the camera. And surprisingly, the camera caught a spooky creature crawling around the town. Every time it took steps in the forward direction, dogs reacted aggressively, and it ran back. Reviewing the recorded footage, locals guessed it could be a laguna or ghoul, as it had a dark-shaped body, and it was moving by using its limbs. Urgently, they reported it to the security and made sure it would never come back. Sleeping witch. What would you do if you were welcomed by a terrifying creature in your room? This is what happened to a man who freely stepped in his room and found a witch in his room. This man, while screaming, ran out, and when he gathered the courage to go back in, it was gone. After efforts, when they did not find any origin of it, the man decided to leave it and hoped to never come across it again. Room's window scene. Imagine some horrible creature staring at you from your room's window. This happened with a boy when he was enjoying his video game. A very dark, eerie creature with large white eyes was staring at him. For a moment, he looked at the window. He froze, but when this figure came closer to stare at him, he freaked out. Strangely, inspecting the outside, he found nothing and was left clueless about its origin. Unknown walker. Back in 2020, a camera filmed something very rare walking in the front yard. At night, when everyone was sleeping, a small entity of black color came out from one side and, while walking, moved to the other end. Then, surprisingly, it became hidden behind the flower pot. Amazingly, on watching the video, the family did not show much interest and declared it normal, as things like this were common in their village. Is it normal for you too? Abnormally behaving. This doorbell footage showed a man appearing from the left side of fences outside the house. At first, he tried to climb the guardrail and then attempted to take the Ring camera off. Probably he wanted to get into the house but was avoiding being recorded. Unsuccessfully, when he could not do that, he left. Homeowners watching this video became cautious. Who he could be. For their safety, they recorded the sight, but I think he was not out to harm anyone, but was a possessed man, behaving abnormally at night. Now, it's time for today's open discussion. Back in October 2021, a video recorded from the outside of the house, somewhere in the US. A very strange creature slowly approached the front door. Apparently, it was very horrible, with a hump on its back. It climbed the stairs like an intoxicated person. While looking into the camera, showing off its long fingers and widely opened eyes. After a while, it went down the stairs, and the video cut off. On checking the prior footage of the security camera, homeowners were shocked. When the clip was posted online, netizens speculated that it was probably a witch out at night, scaring people, while skeptics dismissed it as someone wearing a mask. Don't forget to share your thoughts on this. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.